Hello. This is the first of one of my productive live streams. Welcome to this live stream. This is going to be a hands-on. You're in my craft room, my office, and these are some eBay items that I've been selling. I've been clearing out the house, and these are some personal items. And so they're all very different. I'm going to basically show you how I ship stuff on eBay. So if you're watching and you have, if you are somebody who's trying to sell on eBay or haven't sold on eBay yet, but you're a bit unsure on how to do it packaging, please stick around. I've now made a playlist as well. So every time I ship something, I've got the camera set up. It's not amazing, but it will get you the information you need if you're unsure, because I really don't want anyone to be too scared to do it. There should be no reason to get stuck in with eBay. You're going to make mistakes, but if you're going to be able to, if you just get stuck in, you'll learn as you go and you won't make those same mistakes again. I have got a few videos to go back through and pop on, so I will put those on the playlist. So if you haven't subscribed already, smash the subscribe button and ding, ding, ding on that notification bell. Right, let's get started. This is a live stream, so we've got Amber from Outcountry Sales. Amber has a reselling business. She does it. She gets stuck in, she sells stuff. I'm still playing around with my home stuff, never mind reselling as a business. But I think it's kind of somewhere about comfort zones and getting stuck in. So I'm going to keep moving the camera slightly every now and then I wasn't sure the best angle. So any feedback will be gratefully received. So I'm going to just try a different method. Normally, I would go to the sold page. This is on my personal account, don't forget, because these are personal items. So it's different to a reseller business page. Normally I would go to the selling page and then click on each item and then go to post it. And then it would tell me how much they paid, so then I can work out how much I thought in my head that was going to cost, or if I weighed it and measured it and so on. It can be a few months between selling something and listing something, so you can often forget. So that process isn't really set in stone for me. And then I would print the labels based on that. But I found it's a bit messy doing it that way, and I'm going to try something new. And that's basically get the items out ready, then wrap them up and get them all packaged, write the name of the item that I've sold, what it was that I sold, and then do the labeling. So we're going to see if that's any better today, if it's any easier at all to do. And just see really if it's going to be making any difference at all. It is a bit hot today. It was a bit of a cool day, but it seems to have picked up in heat. But I'm just going to roll with it for now. The window's there, but I don't think it's really polite to kind of lean past you guys. So I'm going to see how we get on. Anyway, I've got sleeves to roll up. Let's get stuck in. And the second thing is as well, when I did it the first way, I would be printing a packaging slip before I package it, so I could ship it. And I've also wondered about how people print all their labels out first before they've packed it. How do you know how much it weighs? How do you know? I think they're the guys who've been selling for years, or they sell only one kind of thing, like DVDs, books, kids' clothes, So they know everything. And then if they make a mistake, what do they then do? Go back and delete the label, and they've got to start again. So there we go. We've got this. This is a real treat, guys, because these items are all very, very different. Let me turn my sound off. So I hope it will give you. There's some breakables. I've got a kid's toy thing that's a bit rickety and spinny. So and then I've got a little mini one. So yeah, just 3 items, but let's go. So instead, I'm just going to pack each one. Then we're going to do the labeling. Steve, hello. You did a video earlier. I was trying to get online and I haven't been watching much yet. I've only just got my internet back, my broadband. So I ran out of all my home data, my mobile data. It's been stressful. But how are you doing? Are you well? I've just been trying to manage getting back into normal life. Never mind my old YouTube life. But things will pick up again. I'll get back into the routine. So I'm going to turn the camera a little bit. This is the one I'm going to do first, because then I can get it off the table out of the way. So it was basically a play mat. And rather than building it high, I want this to stay onto Amber's back. Hello. I saw you pop in. I've never scheduled my live streams, have I? Because I don't normally have the time. So I decided to wrap this one round the bottom, because if it goes over 2 kilos with all the packaging, over 1 kilo, then my price is going to be going up in shipping. So yeah, bless you. It's all go, isn't it? I'm not too bad. I've had a few days out in the sunshine, been to a wildlife park, and I've been to the seaside, stuff that I just didn't want to do in the summer with all the kids around. So finally got my fix of sunshine and seaside and ice cream and animals. I love going to farms and zoos. So yeah, so I'm good, considering, really, I think. So I'm going to try and wrap this item around here, basically, and then pack it into a box. So then the idea is it's got to be as low as possible and as long and as narrow as possible to get into Royal Mail special delivery box if it goes over the 1 kilo. I could weigh it, but I can't weigh it until I've really packed it. So this is what a baby lays on and spins. It's called a tummy time spin time. A tummy time spin thing. It's got ladybirds and really cute little. Shall I show you guys? I'm not really giving the full experience, am I? And I'm trying to do this without logging on to. In fact, that should go that way. Without logging on to eBay at the moment, because I really just think it's better to. I could fold them all in here, but then it pushes. No, we've got our better way of doing it. Any padding can be from my. You see, this is what I mean. We're learning together. We're discussing things, and we can see. Yeah, it is super cute. I first thought wrap it around the edge, but it just seems a bit too messy. So that's that bit. Then I'm going to wrap it with some cling. No, I'm not. Some bubble wrap, not a cling wrap. And I think I'm kind of at the beginner stage of all of this, but there's a lot of stuff I pick up and have a lot of ideas and have a lot of, I've watched a few different videos on different things, and sometimes I agree with how they package it and other times I don't, but I really do hope that this does help people just to get a bigger idea. I'm going to unravel this a lot more. This, I will put in the description. This was so static on my arm. It's about £6.50 in English money for a 50 centimetre length. I'm not sure if it's 100 metres or 50 metres, but I didn't see the point in getting a roll as tall as me. This fits in my wardrobe at the moment. So that was £6, and that is a really good deal. But obviously, if you get a bit more productive in selling, for a while, I did use all of my old ones. So I was asking friends and family to, and I'm just going to wrap it around just to give me all of their old bubble wrap. And I would ask them several times so they weren't being polite, thinking that I was just helping them. What other people don't do is they don't tape it down. I am going to tape it down, because if you shove all that in a box, let's say the box breaks and it gets unravelled in transit, this can get all wet then and not very nice. So expect your box to fail is my motto. You packed your best one so far yesterday. It was a gnome, a packer gnome, a good size. What's a packer gnome? It's a big one, yeah? Exactly. I've got some glasses to show, and it's all about the weight with those ones. So just a few bits of tape, not too much that it ends up being a real pain for somebody. But you see, I could have tied that as well, maybe just to stick it down. Oh, garden gnome. Oh, you guys have so much. There's always gnomes on your channel. It's so cute. So that's packed up there. It's wrapped. It's protected. It doesn't need too much packaging inside because it's actually all about the outer packaging. I was very friendly with the post office. When I went to the post office, there were some chaps doing stocking the shelves, and I just asked them about the cardboard. And I've got some crisp packaging, some British McCoys. I don't know where they're actually. Leicestershire. They're not far from me in Peterborough. So this box is sturdy, and I've got myself. Yeah, I'm not in the full. Haven't got a proper workbench yet. Oh my god. Oh wow, you see, it's funny, isn't it? Even Peppa Pig mentions buying garden gnomes several times. Granny Pig loves them and Grandad Pig hates them. That is my life. Cover your ears. Now, I always like to hug the boxes as well, so that gap in the middle disappears. Did you know this bit is actually for smoothing down? People don't tell you that. I never knew. I had to Google how to use one of these because I couldn't get it to work properly, and I realised I hadn't got the teeth. There was a guard on the teeth, so it wasn't going to cut on here. So I ordered a brand new one from Amazon. That's my base, and I'm going to have to do some stitchy uppy jobs in a minute. So I'm going to cut this box down a little bit as well, so it matches. Taping is a funny one, isn't it, with taping? Amber says your hands just don't work right with tape. I think it's a knack. It takes a while, doesn't it? It really takes a bit of a while to get into that. So there's a bit of about half an inch of space to get from this box. So I'm going to use this is a new method for me, but I've got a new blade. You get these from the pound shop, and you just cut into the corners a tiny bit. But you go from the bottom up. So I'm just going to go a centimetre, just to go a bit lower, because that's weight. That's actually already cut on that one. And then you can go down a bit and you score that bend. It's something new. But I've always wanted to buy those fancy boxes that cut down already. And now I don't have to, she says. But I shipped, there's so many different, I think the more bespoke you can get, if you get skilled at packing things to ship, you can save money, you can make it a really lovely experience. I've done that a bit unsafe. Don't follow me for safety. It's also, this will get quicker as you go. I've messed it up now. It's that bend, just getting it to bend inwards. Bend outwards first, there's your tip. Now I've worked that one out. I just couldn't quite get it to do it. And the problem is the scoring. That's the only thing that stops you. So 2 thumbs on the crease that was originally there. Push that down and it breaks your box down that way, but it's still attached. Ta-da! Until you need it. And then you've got to kind of break it in a bit. It is technical. Yeah, you kind of put one hand underneath and you bend it till you get the actual height you need. That's it. It just takes a bit of coaching from the bottom of the flap and the top until you get your crease. And you can do that pretty quickly, and that's going to save you maybe 30% of your shipping costs if you do it wrong. TikTokers, hello! I'm shipping eBay stuff. I've sold some baby stuff and some house stuff. So I'm making a custom box. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming. And yes, thumbs up. I appreciate that too. So I'm bending the box outwards to get my crease. And then 1 thumb under, 1 on top to bend that crease in. And then you can start to put the void fill. Some people, I don't know why they even bother putting void fill, because once you shake it, it does shake. It does move. I feel they put it in for presentation purposes because it won't stop the box from, I think as long as the box is double wall, right? See this is single wall. It's only one thing. If you buy double wall boxes, this is a double wall, but it's very, very thin. You see there are 2 rows of corrugation. Still cooking, Steve? Yeah. Good job. Got to keep showing us these cooking skills. And the void fill they put in is just a few sheets of paper, but I think if you have got a double wall box, you can do that. That's fine. But if you've got a single wall box, you are going to need to fill that box a bit more tightly so there is no movement. So if somebody drops the box on its corner, it won't cave in. The inner packaging should stop the box caving in to protect the inside and the outside. They sort of look after each other, if that makes sense. That's what I've learned about boxes. And we've got one more side to do. Bend it outwards and then in. You see, I'm already quicker at it. There is a perforation here because it's a crisp box and you just pick the box straight out. But how is everyone? Thank you so much for coming. I have some good news. I have broadband, so I can slowly... The thing is, since I've had no internet in the house, I've got used to having time and not listening to a video in the background or not commenting on a video and not being around. So I've been kind of completely off the YouTube thing for 2 weeks now. Yeah, so once I've got some packaging in there, it'll be even better. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to stuff it with some bits of I haven't thought about that. I don't like using my bubble wrap unless I have to, and I would normally use bits of these egg boxes because they are perfect to bridge the gap and keep it going. It might sound a bit odd, but they are fantastic for keeping things nicely packaged. And you know, you put a note in there and say thanks for understanding, you know, we recycle packaging, etc. And it's just, you can't see fully what I'm doing, but in they go, and that's going to save you a lot of money because we haven't all got the money to buy boxes of every size and so on. So this is taking longer because I'm explaining to you guys some of the principles of box packaging. I'm hoping it'll be a new angle for my channel because I'm always doing this now once a week at the moment, just slowly trying to get my mojo back with listing. Can't sell stuff if you don't list it, can you? So this box is too big, which is a shame, but I'm just going to do a quick test weigh to make sure what weight we're looking at, so I know if I need to go for some bubble pillows that I've been sent in my packaging or something else. Dun, dun, dun. Moment of truth. I think I did charge the higher packaging. I think this one's okay. This is okay to go over 2 kilos. This is the difference. You know, this is supposed to be pack it as small and as tight as you can, and then do the strategy of printing the labels out later, buying the labels with the actual facts. I suppose if you've made a mistake, you've made a mistake. You can't shrink it. You can't, you know, you can change courier method, but that will still be based on the other bits. So I've got 700 grams, 650 grams to work around to add to this. So I'm going to use some older packaging, some newspapers, bulking out of it. But you know what? I've just pulled this out my drawer and it's taken up a lot of space, which is just what I need to do here, really. So put a bit of it in. I think that's part of it, managing your stuff. If you've got too much, if everything takes up so much space in your house, in your office, wherever you're selling stuff, and you can't move the stuff, then it probably is the best thing to do to use the bigger packaging first. You know. This is quite funny though. I don't think anyone would ever pack egg boxes in. But just look how much more space that has saved by putting those in there. Okay. And then you just put a nice little note on top. Thank you for understanding. Or thank you for helping me. You know, we like to recycle packaging, blah, 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 blah. You put this other pillow one on top. And I am going to put a nice piece of packing paper on there because I have, so their first impression once they open it is a bit more positive. It's, you know, I think everyone does things differently. You know, this came with something I bought and I just folded it into sections. And then that's that one done. I did get a packing slip printed. But that was not for this item, so we won't go for that. The idea is if you put a packing dispatch note, a packing sheet in before Let me start again. If you put in a packing, what's it called? What's it called in? Packing slip. Before you wrap it up, if any labels come off from the outside of the packaging, if the couriers, if it scratches, if it pulls, they can open it up and see who it was from, basically, and where it's going to. So that's why you do it. But I'm going to have to sort of work out what process goes better for me. I just have to make sure I really properly wrap it, basically. So also, when you do it this way, you can't personalize the message to the person who bought it. So I'm not 100% as happy with that method. I would rather put the person's name on a little thank you note. What am I doing? Do it the right way. But that's it. That's that. So let's get that one ticked up. What I like to do first is to bridge this gap. Make it nice and tight. So you've not got that gap in the middle. And then come across. Okay. Then I'm going to do this damaged corner. Keep your hair out of the way as well, guys. Amber, you've got long hair. Do you tie your hair up to ship? I don't. I feel like I should, though. J-Math, hello. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. How are you doing? Just packaging eBay orders. I say orders. They're not. They're just stuff I've sold from my house. You guys know I have a lot of stuff. It's all useful. It's not... Well, it is if I'm going to use it, you know. And there's just a bit of a test to make sure everything's sealed down. And then I'm going to write on top what it was. In case I get busy and sell loads of things soon, I'm going to need to get a better method. So writing a better habit. So writing everything I have inside the parcels. You can't see this project, can you? Sorry. This is the thing about live streaming. You can do it on your phone. You can't see what your comments are doing, or you do selfie shot. I figured this would be the better way for this one. Just try it. Next is to write down what it was. Use a Sharpie or just a small pen, but make sure your label then goes over that bit. You've also got to not have any of the barcodes. So I might have to just... That's a problem, isn't it? Because it's not a barcode for the courier, it's a barcode for something else, but I might have to wrap this in paper. Which isn't good, is it? This is the one thing I'm not 100% sure on, actually. Thought I'd be cool with it. But I don't know. Now I've just gone and thrown a big spanner in the work. You're going to miss your long hair. Hey, you're going to have a few months left, aren't you, before you get to that length of down to your bum. Guys, Amber is doing a lovely thing. She is going to cut off all her hair to about bob length when it reaches down here, and she's going to give the hair to children who need it, children who haven't got the hair. Was it cancer children or children who... It could be anything, I suppose, couldn't it? Alopecia sufferers. What a lovely thing. Yours is already long enough. I just thought it was your decision to just go as long as you could, you know. Oh, wow. You should do a fundraiser as well. Get people to donate as well to help the cause, because it's such a big thing. I think that'll make a big difference. A Just Giving page or something. Your viewers to contribute something, because it's quite brave. It's a very brave thing to do. Lock of Love. Oh, that's gorgeous. What a lovely name. So guys, I'm just wrapping this up now. It doesn't take me long to wrap. It's like wrapping a Christmas present, you know. But it's not very heavy. I'm having to go over. You definitely need a weighted tape machine. To do this. This isn't the best job, I'm sorry. But it's eBay, it's not Harrods, you know. I'm going to tip this way, it seems easier. And the idea is just to get the barcodes off. I need to get the 100% answer if it is. I'll get the answer after the live stream, not necessarily today. Yeah, see that tape thingy? Oh, it's just come off. It's okay. Ultimately, I will get the answer and post it on this video, so we do know for sure in the UK. But if the courier machine happens to read that barcode and there's a problem, it will go in the package, no doubt. So now I'm going to get my big tape and just seal the edge. The loose edge. Because if it is too loose, it won't keep the label on. Because the packaging won't stay on. And then just for the small bits. It wasn't much longer, and again, I will get better at this, and I'll work out 100% answer to the question in hand. Trim off that bit. That was a long time, guys, but I was chatting and I was making a custom box, kind of. Right, so I've got one item and write on it, Lemaze spin. And I didn't even do the glassware. I'll get there. Right, so this one is going to be tricky. Let me just wait to start with so I know what we're talking about. Canada Tower, CN Tower, was the world's highest building. $4.50. So we've got a kilo limit, unless it will go with Royal Mail. It will go in one of these boxes, but I can't then wrap it with bubble wrap. So I prefer to do the bubble wrap first, then cardboard, and then a box. That was a tip given to me by my friend James Callie Picker, who's a reseller, and very, very wise. Amber, you've met him, haven't you? And it was, you know, I was like, how do you ship mugs? There's that fear. You really know it doesn't work when it doesn't work. You don't want to take too many risks. So come back to my doodah. You see, you can never even have this on a, well, I could actually put it on a roll, but it'd have to stick to the window. Just a case of handling the stuff. I'm just going to cut a big chunk, basically, and I can cut it down later. I'm also going to train myself to cut really neatly and just try and put a lot of care and attention into everything over time as well, but just keep it quick. It's kind of balance the two. So put one of these here out the way. In fact, keep them both out the way. Scales as well. Cut it in half. I think I actually would like to use all of that bubble wrap on these. Because if we're talking about, that was £6 for that whole roll, I can use, so I'm going to put this diagonally. Brave, yeah, you're brave and scared about cutting your hair. To be honest, if someone's met you and they know you and you've always had long hair, it's a very big difference. So I'm going to tuck this in and roll, tuck it in and roll. And then the more delicate part of this is going to have some of the inside around it too. And that seals nicely. Then that can get wrapped in cardboard. Cardboard, not cardboard. Just making sure they're absolutely perfect as they are anyway in the first place. And then I'm going diagonally again here. So this is the end. So if we're going to match the table angle, what's the chat? So J Math, your friend tried to create content for iMovies Filipino people because we as a Filipino easily appreciate. Hey J Math, the video title, sweetie, is, I appreciate that comment, but this title of this live stream is for, if you don't want to watch this one, I understand. I'm grateful for you being here. Some videos you just won't want to watch, and some videos you'll just watch because you're, that I'm your supporter and I watch you, I come and see some of your videos. There are people who sell things maybe on car boot sales in Philippines. I understand that not every content is going to be right, but I've made this content specifically searchable for British eBay sellers. That is the title, my dear. So I have to stick true to that for the video. And just say, come join me on another stream if it's hard to watch this one. Completely understand it, and I always would involve you guys in a normal live stream if it's just me chatting, as you know. So yeah, tough one there, really. But thank you. Okay, so now we've got the glasses wrapped. It's now time to wrap the cardboard around these. And there's lots of different ways to do it. These, I think, are probably going to be too small now because they're a bit too narrow, look. And I want to kind of get the ends in as well. So I'm not going to use these pieces that I put to side. It is hard to do, but again, we've got I have to do the window now. I've got my knife, an old Play-Doh box. It was broken anyway, so I'm just going to cut the tape, and it will open up on its own from my repair jobby before. And you just take any piece of card that's big enough. Keep your knives away from your children, so just put them up there at the way. And also, you don't want to knock your knife on your foot, so always stow it. And you just want a piece that's going to go around as a bit more structure. And let's give it a bit of a trial run. Yeah, that's going to go. I'm going to cut this. Don't do it on a decent table, guys, because it's not going to be great. I'm going to cut this down. Again, you can go with an upward cut first to get your position. I do have a cutting mat, but I'm going for more gravitational force. So this is going to help support the ends, this particular layer. So it'll be supporting the top and the bottom with the strength in the packaging. This will need strong tape to keep that cardboard open, to keep cardboard from opening. I've got that piece there. And then you need some scissors for this bit. And you just find the corners and you snip into them wherever you want. That's kind of already. What's the length of the scissor as far as it goes down? How's everyone been? Has the weather been kind to you of late? You fold it in. I mean, if it's too long, cut the tab off. And then you fold it in. Ta-da! Nice and strong. And you might not think when you're rolling it that it's very strong, but oh yes it is. Just feel how much it's bouncing. If it's going to ping open, just put extra tape on. It's not ideal, but if you have breakables, you can't charge a fortune to ship them. You have to, you can. If it doesn't sell, then you might have to change your shipping policy, but cut that end off again. But I just feel like if you can use strength. But once it is all rolled up, it is really strong. And actually, if you get the angle wrong with your cutting, you can just tear it into place. I'm just reading that comment from J-Math, actually. I'm just thinking, if we talk about Filipinos in good ways, does he mean if I refer to him in the chat? I said, hi, how you doing? Thank you for visiting, thumbs up. It's involving everyone in the chat, isn't it? I suppose that's the hard thing to do when you're doing a live video that's going to stay online as a topic. It's a different video. It's fine. And if you are new to eBay watching this video, if you do watch my live streams, you will meet a lot of other people on my chat who do reselling as well. So stay subscribed and you'll get more. You'll get a bit more into the loop of things and what other people do, and also have a bit of a social circle if you're looking for friends online as well. But those who are watching who've commented, those of you who are actually on the live stream as I'm recording right now, you guys all know this anyway, because you're my regular viewers, supporters, and I'm grateful for having you. That corner was sticking out a bit, but that is really good. It's really secure. I'm going to wrap it in a bit more bubble wrap in a minute, but that is a bit, I wouldn't want to drop that. I could probably drop it from half the table height, but I'll be happy to drop this from the table height. It's funny, when you ask yourself that question, am I happy enough if I dropped that from table height? It wouldn't break too much. It wouldn't break. Because if it falls off the conveyor belt in the courier warehouse, that's what we're looking at avoiding happening. So now we've got our final piece. These are so this video has been half an hour already. There's 7 minutes. But the point is, I'm going to use all this up actually in this one. The point, I might as well, because I'm not going to use it for anything else. The point is I'm explaining things, I'm going through things. These are things I haven't packaged before. And when you have your eBay store or your items you're selling from your home, you're going to have loads of things that are normal and easy to package. And there won't be so many odd things. And that's kind of the point. Why would I show you a video on how to package a dress when that's, a lot of that is down to your personal style. It's not down to skill or avoiding a breakage, that's down to your style, how you want to package something for one of your customers. So we're getting more secure. Thank you, J-Math. Bless you. Thank you. Well, you know what? Sometimes I do slow talking live streams when I'm just chatting, sitting in front of the camera, talking to you guys. I've gone very fast in this conversation because I'm doing a sort of tutorial video and I've got to pick my daughter up soon. So I'm just keen to get these done, basically, and then get out the door, because that's the whole point. And I will get quicker at doing this, and I'll have a better storage for my rough cardboard. That I am British, Gemma. I'm English, born in Peterborough, still live here now. I moved away for university, moved away for love. I wouldn't say I moved for love, I moved for convenience. we both decided to move together, and one of us had a mortgage, one of us didn't, so we moved into the mortgage place, and it was an easier way forward, and we were in a loving relationship, so we lived together. But it didn't work out. We were living too far. I was too separated from my life, my business, my work, and I actually decided to move back home. Not back home, but back to Peterborough, because life was better. Life was truer. Sometimes some relationships just don't work. You realise you lose yourself. You compromise too much. I'll chop that end bit off. Actually, it's a balance of what packaging you think will make a difference to security, safety, and what won't. You know, if it's going to add more weight. Let's just see what these two weigh already, because that might make me shocked. I might have a bit of a shock. 0. Come on. There's an error. An error on the scales. Here we go. We're at 0. 620. Happy days. Let me 0 that again. I don't believe it. I'm going to try again. Yeah, we're good. We're good on weight because we've used cardboard for strength and bubble wrap for padding. You could play rugby with these. These would not break. J-Math, you're welcome to watch other videos. I might do a little... Oh, I was thinking of something that would be a practice your English listening live stream, just because my accent's more... I have been an English tutor for a couple of years to children who are English and also all nationalities, all different nationalities. I had a language school running all kinds of English programs. But I just thought for a bit of watch time, maybe it would help to offer those keen to learn a bit of conversational practice, either jumping on the panel and chatting with me, or, you know, and I correct you guys, or, you know, do I talk a Filipino? No, my dear. I speak French, Spanish, German, Italian, Polish. Nie. To jest dość trudne. Nie rozumiem polskiego. That's not really a good example of me talking Polish, but this to try and say that I don't really speak Polish. French and Polish are my languages. So these are the final product. I did have a box put together to send them in to make them look good, but they are somewhat bigger than that box now. But it won't do any harm to... It will do harm because that box will not fit. Decision making, guys. These are ready to ship. If you were to receive a glass product in post as a soft parcel, would you be happy? Probably not. You're probably like, oh my god, it came in a... But if I wrapped it in the parcel tape, one more layer, I don't know. I'm struggling now. Struggling. So the as a consumer, if you were receiving drink glasses or vases, and they came, I mean, these only sold for £8, and the postage was £4, because of all the extra packaging I'm using and so on. It's not a mega fancy sale. So if I bundle them up, wrap them up with more bubble wrap, and then put them in a bag, they still need to be in a box. That is the bottom line. So my box is now going to have to go and just check out the right size box. It's bigger than this one, so I'll take this one as a guide. And that's the tricky part. Just looking somewhere else. What do we think, guys? Look. Nappy box. Will it work? Am I preparing gift wrap for Christmas? I have, because I have an arts and crafts business. I can't wait for Christmas to do all my preparations. I should be doing it now, but lockdown happened. Let's just test this before gluing it together. But I have got a block printing solution. Haha, these go in perfectly. Just need a bit of closure on the edge, where I can stamp designs on gift wrap. So on this, I can block print designs to fit really nicely. Tape gun. You see, there we go. That's the bottom done. So we've now got our box in there, and then we've just got to stuff the sides with bits and bobs. So we're going to use this bubble wrap anyway. Now we've got an extra box, we need to make sure that doesn't weigh too much. Just going to weigh the box. £200 grams. Okay, it's so technical. I think the idea is don't sell breakables unless they're going to sell for loads of money. Is that the motto? Is that the motto? Again, I'm just trying to cut this nicely so it's not jagged and horrible, but it's very hot now. So there's a draft, but it will just send everything, all the doors down. I've got washing out as well. Such a busy day, guys. A bit of bubble wrap in the bottom. Put these in together. Bubble wrap on the top. You see at the moment, and then it's going to fold over. Try and do it in a nice way, so like a present. And again, I'm just going to stick that down with a little bit of tape. Just keep it all together. And then I need something for the edges. I've got these trays. You know, this is not a business item. This is a personal item. And we are literally just recycling things to get them to keep rigid. But this is, I mentioned earlier, double wall. This has two different rows of zigzaggy material. So the answer to the question about packaging, Gemma, is that no, at this stage, I haven't designed the packaging I'm going to use. I'm going to put these in as well, because these are going to help protect the glass. They're not going to give me any negative feedback for not packaging this well, are they, do you think? I'm pretty sure they're going to be, the recipient's going to be quite happy with everything I've put in here. I mean, that is so sturdy, and just a nice little layer on top just to keep them having that experience of still opening something nice. That first layer they open, perfect. Little note again, and then so this is the glasses. Small ends first, big ends next. Tape gun across the middle first. Get your tape right. Okay, I'll hold it here. It's gone a bit too far. Doesn't seem too sticky on this particular cardboard. Outfentry, bless you, thank you, appreciate it. Even if you're working, you're still here with me. That's lovely. Let me know, guys, hit or miss. You know, as rough around the edges as this video was, it's the nitty-gritty of eBay. Who's just tuned in? Melanie, hello, thank you very much. Really lovely to see you. How are you doing? How are you? I'm shipping eBay items. I think if you got that in the post, you wouldn't be happy with it, would you? So I need to parcel tape that. This is getting tedious. It's getting tedious. It is like Christmas though, Jama. Melanie, welcome to this live stream. Really lovely to see you. Thank you. Just screenshot that so I can come and have a look at your channel. And feel free to tell everybody all about yourself. So I'm going to go lengthways this one. Just wrapping up an eBay. Okay, so there we go. Just make it look nice. See how many seconds it will take me to wrap this extra layer, just to make it look nicer for my customer. Because when you've only sold a few things, you need all the feedback you can get, don't you? Just do this bit quick for a sec to fold it over. I could have put it in a bag actually, that's true. And then just a tiny bit to secure it. And then you get the big tape to go on the ends. And then this end was secured just gently, didn't we? So again, we're going to do the same. It's not getting blown away by the wind. This tape was just the standard eBay. You know, find the tape on eBay. 6 rolls for £3-4, something like that. So those ends are not coming open. They're great. And I just sold these with the glasses. Can't find my Sharpie. I'll just put it on here. Yeah, this side too. CN Tower glass. But this is probably the scariest item to pack. And glitter flower, hello, lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in. How are you? Ah, okay. Oh, bless you. Now I understand. Melanie, I've seen a video of your little boy, I think, then in that case. Is that right? But yes, I'm Glitter Sunflower. Hello. Welcome to you guys. You're very, very welcome here. Really nice to see you. And I appreciate your time coming in. I do all kinds of live streams. Sometimes it's just, you know, watch time, networking, getting stuff out there. Other times, now this is the item that I had. I sold 3 little things from eBay. I probably should do a little show and tell as well. This little guy, he was part of a little set, and eBay. Basically, he's a separate, somebody's ordered him as a separate piece. I'm going to use all the paper as packaging, so it makes sense. Rather than cutting it and using it as scrap paper, I'm just going to wrap it all up in here. It's a nice little parcel. Nothing in it. It's not the cutest little package ever. I really don't like that at all. That is not my style at all. I'm not happy with that. We are putting the packing list in here, packing slip in here, because it's available and it's a small parcel. But I am going to wrap it nicely because it's such a small thing. He's very cute. And there we go, just a little bit of, pop that in there. You know, you just kind of think, how would you like to receive something? It's not always how is the easiest, simplest way to send something, but if you were buying it, how would you want to receive it? A little bit of bubble wrap will go a long way with this one because it's a nice gesture. It's going to cost me 10p to cut a bit of bubble wrap off my roll and add it to the mix. But it keeps the packaging nice. It's not always about the item. How would you feel? How would you feel if your customer had an envelope that was all, because of the points on the animal's nose and feet, how would you feel if it was all really cut to pieces? So, Glitter Sunflower, you started putting thank you notes in. Yeah, exactly. It's an upgrade. What do? Do you handwrite them at the moment? Do you print them and put a few handwritten notes in? You are a new name to me on YouTube, so it's nice to meet you. I've got this one at the moment because I'd like to mention that I've got another store and say, you know, if you'd like to go and have a look at my store. So it's an extra little thing. But I did have these cute little, whatever offcuts I had for my language business, I'd write a personal note on there. And it makes a difference, doesn't it, when you open your stuff. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. I will come and have a look at your channel. I can't guarantee today. I haven't been doing any watching all week, really. Just a few videos here and there because I've had a month, 6 weeks, if not more, with no broadband, and I've kind of fallen off the YouTube train. But I'm going to keep going. What do you sell, Glitter Sunflower? And where are you based? I'm based in England. You see, that just shoved in there won't be that nice, but if I put a little elastic band around it to just kind of keep the shape, it'll be a bit better. That's a hair bubble. I think, and then I'm going to print all the labels off separately to get these shipped. And that is the thing that I find I can't do on my phone unless I go to mobile, but I could go and do that. Again, this is a quick video from my YouTube, not from my phone. It's from my, you know, if I went to eBay and went to the mobile version, the classic site, I think I can do it from there. And I've deleted the emails that said you've sold as well. So this is a personal item. So we're talking about the personal eBay store, because if you've got a big store, you perhaps don't need all these tips. You know what you're doing already if you've sold loads of things. But I'm currently seeing categories, deals, and sell. I'm in the wrong page. So go to my categories, my eBay, selling. And hopefully this new way of doing it, getting everything shipped, packaged first, then the label's done. I'm just hoping. What's your biggest problem, Glitter Sunshine? What do you find the hardest thing about postage? And these drawers are great for my envelopes. They do get a bit rammed full, which is normally a sign to take everything out. And if I have a bag that is, you know, if the item isn't a really expensive purchase, it's acceptable to reuse a bag occasionally. And turning this one inside out, they're not really going to notice that is a reused bag. So for me, my item has been wrapped. It's nice and secure. It's not going to poke through my envelope, and it's nice little size. I do need it to be big enough for the label to stick on. So I do need to leave a little bit of space, which I'm not actually 100% happy about, but I don't know. I haven't got a small box to hand to fold and put it into, so yeah. Okay. So I'm going to set it with a bit of leeway because I don't want. One tip, if anyone here is absolutely beginner, new at selling on eBay, when you print the labels and you stick them on yourself with the barcodes on, do not crease the barcodes. I had a real nightmare during COVID, the lockdown, trying to get a label reprinted. You know, you're trying to go in these shops quickly, not mess about. I left my purse in the car because I didn't want to touch everything and get, you know, stuff on my purse. So I left it in the car and then I had to go back in, and then the machine wouldn't print a new one. I didn't have my right payment money with me to pay from my personal account for this personal item. It was a very interesting story for reselling, not reselling, but for selling. A real nightmare. I was trying to access a wireless Zoom call as well, and it was just tricky. So I've never done a bad label since, and I only use a normal printer. So that's printed, and I don't need to, that's packaged, I don't need to write down what it is, but I now need to go to my eBay screen, do my labels. So I'm going to sit for a quick rest. I have to tidy this up afterwards, but I've served two purposes. I've made you guys a video, I've connected to my audience on my live stream, and made a lot of mess. No, this is basically my box, my scraps. I saved all cardboard, all paper to package, and they all have a different function. I am a warrior, so I will do things more cautiously. You guys, it's up to you how much risk you take with your packaging, but I'm going to put my knife back in my pot on the top shelf. So that's tucked out the way. Come and sit down at my desk and go to my phone, if I can do it on my phone. So I can show you quickly. Sold. So I've got this little polar bear, might as well go back in reverse order. Polar bear. It's not going to happen, is it? No, okay, never mind. Click on dispatch. I'm going to go from the top to bottom of my screen so I don't miss any options when I sort it all out. I've printed the packing slip and put a little mini one in here. The delivery was $2.99 because it's big, it won't go through a letterbox. So the first option I have is, and I'm going to do a screenshot because I'm going to pop this into my spreadsheet so I can look at how much money I'm making. So if I end up selling a lot, I need to report it to the HMRC as extra income, because you're allowed to sell a few bits of your old stuff, but if you start selling, I don't know, I'm guessing if you start selling loads, it's too much. So I'm going to send this on PackLink because I'm going to take everything to the courier, not go to the post office and the courier. And my phone has all my passwords remembered like my laptop does. They're all connected, which is really great. I would have double verification set, everybody, but I had an issue with mine. But I keep my password. I don't click on any emails that don't look right, and I change my password regularly. So I had a bit of an issue doing the postal payments with the dual signing in thing, so I turned it off. So my parcel is 40 grams. Wow. 0 to a kilo, drop off, $2.89. I charged $2.99. There was a special offer, but it's finished on the postage. So I then go to, always different ways to send, but they're all more expensive. Compensation level, I just stick to the free one. I should, I don't have the time, guys, to do a big video like this where I film it in advance and insert the filmed part of my phone today. I hope to do these for you in future. And then I pay for these from the right account. So if this was an item sold from my house, from my toys, then I know to pay for it from my personal account, not my business account. So it all matches up nicely. So $2.89. But I do it from the PayPal anyway. So it goes in on PayPal, comes out on PayPal. And then I open a new tab. Go back to where it is actually. There's a existing window open somewhere for my eBay. Just don't know where it's gone. It's a tricky. This is actually quicker to do this on the internet. So let me go over there now. and do it that way, because that's how I know it's the easiest way to do it. eBay. And if you know the /ebay.co.uk/selling, that's a quicker way to get there as well. While that's loading, oh, I've really got to get cracking. Time's ticking. I just use scissors because I cut all the way across, and then I have notepads I make from these little bits, so nothing gets wasted. They go in the top drawer for me to write my notes in, and then I stick this one on here. I did use sticker sheet labels, but I couldn't in the end get it to work with the other bits that weren't being stuck on. So you see there, I'm keeping it nice and clear. I hope I don't get any penalties for that noise going off. My phone. Should have been on silent. Right, so I have, you see when I probably would have wrapped that in more cling film just to make the envelope a bit better, because that has gone a bit crinkled, but really stick it down. I'm going to put this extra bit on. Doesn't have the sender address, that's interesting, isn't it? But it's okay because it's all inside. So that's one parcel done. And then the next one is the vase print postage label. It says it in front of me. That was this one. So put that there, it's easier, isn't it? And I go from the top to bottom of my page that pops up. I don't want the package slip because I can't use it now. And I'm not sticking those little things on the front, the envelopes. I'm going to take a screenshot of, let's take a photo on my phone, because then I can go through, enter that into my spreadsheet at a later date, because now is all about shipping. And we need to weigh it. So I reset my scales, top to bottom, don't miss anything. So, and then left to right. So I'm going to send this by pack link, hopefully. Just turn my scales off. Nope. I heard this one thing from a chap called Daily Refinements. His name's Chris. He has a really massive eBay business, loads of different shops and everything. But his motto is, if you have one, you have none. If you have one set of scales, you have none. So I need a backup set of scales. If this one isn't working, I have no other option. Just logging in, just coming back to the chat to see you guys for a second. You're still here, thank you. Let's get it weighed. Under a kilo, yes. Love it when a plan comes together. Oh my golly me. Okay, so it's under a kilo, so it's 900 grams. I don't need to specify the grams on Hermes. I'm going to drop it off at them. They're not coming to collect it from me. I don't need proof of delivery. And I'm not going to print the label in store. I'm going to do it now. Press payment. Meanwhile, open label, get it printed. And I'm now also going to check the name on the slip is different. The name I've just seen, the name of the seller, so that there's no issues on printing several labels at the wrong time. I could just take a picture of the package actually for my records when it's on there. It's a tricky one because you can keep going to the printer and handling a document once and do it, or you can print everything out, have all the documents, different methods, different ways. And if I regularly share what I do, if you guys tune in while you're working, you can be learning as you go, new people coming in to see these videos, again, you'll see what works over time, what works better. I would love to see some experts on this, so please do let me know who I can watch to learn from, who are really top at doing this, but they still have a good method of, how do you know how much it all weighs before you package it? Because once you've wrapped it, the packaging and stuff is different depending on what packaging you have and all the above. So I just think I can definitely do with a load more tips. As I say, I wanted to show you guys how I would ship 3 different items today. It's taken me an hour 15, but I've learned a lot in the process about things I need to look up and check, such as if your box is a crisp box with barcodes on it, how do you treat it? So this is my last box, my spin box, and I'm going to go from the top to the bottom again. I'm going to take a picture of the details and also the previous code, because there's the little tracking code on there. You see, this is me, a new day, starting a new process. So top to bottom, they paid for the delivery $3.49, not $3.99. Oh, but it's okay. I didn't go overboard on expensive materials, but probably like evenly Stevens on this one. It's not raw mail, it's eBay delivery. Let's get the weight checked. $14.90. I'm going to be down, I think, on this one, because I was hoping if I got it to the size of raw mail special delivery, that's 40 by 30. I could probably send this by raw mail tomorrow. No, it's too tall. But I might actually have to go back and send this raw mail, because it is going to be, if I did this, okay, with let me go back and show you. If I did that big one, it's between 1 and 2 kilos. Price goes to $4.19. That comes out of my profit that I didn't budget for. It's a shame. I just didn't want to put it in an envelope and wrap it. I figured it needed a box, and that's my problem. I'm just a bit too finicky. But then I don't have any comebacks. I've never had any comebacks on any packaging, and I've had worry-free time. So let's see about Royal Mail. This is put in the kilos, 1.5, add a bit extra for measure. So it's small parcel, but it's not 45 by 35 by 16 centimeters. It won't fit in those constraints. It would have been $2.95. As a medium one, it'd be £5.5. So because I couldn't get it to that small size. So for peace of mind, I've lost a bit of profit now, but at least I charged a bit extra for the packaging in the first place. So between 1 and 2 kilos, $4.19, so 50, 60, 70 pence I've lost. So I probably should have just wrapped it in a soft envelope, basically. But there we go. We live and we learn. So that's all gone through. I'm going to send it with Hermes. And actually that 70p lost is not a separate trip to the post office. It's a, it means that I'll be going to get everything shipped in one go. So we're done. I'm going to take it off and stick it on. Yes, I have seen Nick and Andrew Hill's, although some of their older videos differ to the newer ones. And I think he wrapped, one thing put me off when Nick wrapped a Monopoly, like a really expensive Monopoly box, he just wrapped it in a bit of paper. And I thought, someone will drop that or get rain on it and it will go through that paper. The box will get dented and it will get squashed in the middle. And I thought, oh my golly me. So that was the only one video I saw of them about how they actually ship, not picking them, but shipping them. But I mean, there's going to be more information if I watch them again more recently. I've started to watch the smaller ones. I tend to like to chat to people I've met in live streams, and they're too big to make friends in. I kind of feel a bit lonely when I watch their live streams, so I tend to watch my YouTube friends' videos. It's one of those things. I also learned something which was quite fun, a new way of tracking how much you are selling and listing is by doing a whiteboard chart. And instead of having targets of how much you're selling and all that stuff that would take me too long playing around with spreadsheets, instead I would you can put down the items sold, the items listed, and how much that value was. So that over a whole day, you can just add up how many items did you list and what was the item, the quantity in pounds or dollars, how much of everything you sold. So I wonder if that is a better way to track, because it's quick and easy. It's just 2 figures every day, and you can look and go, I could list more money today, but less items. You know, you can work smarter than harder, and that's another way to do it. So got my 3 parcels. Now I just need to get them to the post office. No, I don't. They're going to the courier. They are all different names. Yep. And they are all for the right items because I went through slowly and double checked them, and I had a picture with each item that was the description. So they are all done. You're sleepy now, bless you. Good night, Melanie. I'm going to call it a day too, because this video was all about shipping, and if anyone sees this thumbnail, they're probably not going to click on it now, because they'll be like, what, an hour 15 to ship 3 items? But hopefully it will put anyone who's really nervous and scared of packaging things up, put their mind to rest, and you'll see that these items look nice and smart. Even if the paper comes off, which it shouldn't do, they're still tightly wrapped in boxes, and I'm pretty sure that it's still going to be really, really secure packaging. So you can't go much wrong with the box and then the wrapping on top. Any comments, guys? I'd really appreciate them. But I'm really, really grateful for you guys staying here to watch and see what's happening. And I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video, if not on my channel, on yours. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye. And don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you very much.